Hey, interesting special skill has come forward. And look, to be honest, this particular topic, I was surprised how enthusiastic a lot of our listeners are about it. And I'm really glad that you've brought it to the attention of our show.
Well, it's a world that I was never expecting to be part of. I see karma as playing a part. The world we're talking about is Pokemon.
Yep.
For years, we mocked Pokemon, the world of small imaginary animals.
I'll continue to.
Yes, and long may you. But I hope you understand, Andy, that whilst I'll pack your lunch and I'll hand you a 6-pack and I'll set you off on the HMAS Mockery. I cannot board because I must stay on the shore with my son who loves Pokemon now. Got a 6-year-old. He's got into them. He had the whole world available to him to be interested in. He chose Pokemon.
As many others before.
Many have, and I back him. And a recent stat I found out from Mike, who is our Pokeman on the show. He's a grown man, still very much into Pokemon. And Mike sent me a fact. It was like the highest grossing franchises of all time. Pokemon's second behind Star Wars at like 72 billion. It's number one. Mike, sorry.
Number one.
Mike's just smashed his head against the glass outside and told us it's number one.
That's incredible.
Is it $90 billion or something that it's made? Something like that.
So more than a Mickey Mouse or...
Just highest grossing entertainment franchise of all time. More than Avengers, more than, your Supermans, Batman, Star Wars. Unbelievable, right? So Pokemon's out there. Pokemon, they say they're having fun, but they are trapped in balls and they're made to fight each other. But they are, people that are into Pokemon are having fun.
So Jesse came forward, Ham.
So we've been talking a bit about if people are up to date with the show and they've listened to them all. We had recently on the show Mike helping me try to impress my son with some Pokemon facts. Jesse ran into the show and he's like, obviously he's a Pokeman as well. And he has been upset to hear Mike on the show. He didn't like, he said, hey, you guys probably don't understand. I'm paraphrasing here. I don't have his email at hand, but he said words to the effect of, you don't understand how insulting it is to hear this guy say he's this Pokemon whiz because he doesn't know anything about Pokemon. I am the Pokemon whiz.
This is the kind of battle that I'm into.
I'm the Pokemon whiz. You got to get this guy off the show, this Mike guy. Now, of course, Mike's our Pokeman.
We'll stand by him.
He's served the show well as a Pokemon expert. That's why we thought we'd invite Mike into the studio.
In fact, let's get Mike on the show right now, opposed to off the show, and let's get Jesse up at the same time. First of all, ahoy to you, Jesse.
How's it going?
Yeah, good. Really good, mate.
Mike, welcome in. Ahoy to you.
Hello, Jesse.
Oh.
Hey.
How's it going?
Mike,
pretty good.
How did you feel about that bit of slander thrown your way from Jesse?
I mean, not great. Like, do you have any specific examples of things that I've said wrong?
I mean, when you were talking about like Venusaur, it was like, kind of like a dinosaur thing. Well, literally, Saw is dinosaur, basically.
I know that.
So it should be not kind of a dinosaur. It is a so. Okay, interesting. So these are the kind of nuances that Jesse's getting.
Remember here, Mike, you are being called out here because you're claiming to be elite. And when you're elite, there's nothing wrong. Everything's laser perfect.
I don't remember making that claim, though.
Well, Jesse obviously does.
Yeah.
It was ages ago and it's stuck with him and it's burned into his memory.
So for the special skill today...
Instead of just getting Jesse on, we saw this special skill and instead of just getting him on and quizzing him about Pokemon, let's, as they like to do in the Pokemon world, battle you guys, okay? Let's battle our Pokemen against each other in 3 rounds.
Yep. And Mike didn't know this, Jesse didn't know this, so it's fair. You're both about to learn how it goes down.
Yeah, it's going to be facts-based, okay? But first we've got a... should we play the opener?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
You put your best fact in, you take your worst fact out. You put your best fact in and you shake it all about. You establish superiority about made-up animals. That's what it's all about. Oh, the Pokemon-y battle. Oh, the Pokemon-y battle. Oh, the Pokemon-y battle. Facts are what it's all about.
3 rounds of facts-based Pokemon battling. Are you guys prepared? Now, I know you haven't prepared for this, but we thought this would be the fairest way to do it by just springing this on you. And it should just be all the facts that you have in your head about Pokemons.
What we're going to do is first round is bring your best fact.
One fact.
We're going to put
knockout
Jesse
fact.
on hold, right?
Yeah, so you can't
hear Mike's fact and try to outdo him. And between the three of us, Jack, Hamish, and I,
we'll just decide
that fact as we go through. Now, that may not be in line with Pokemon fans, but that is what we're going to do.
All right, Mike, here we go. Round one. Jack.
Round one, best solo facts.
Okay, so
what's your best fact about Pokemon, Mike?
Well, can I do the one about the highest grossing friend? That was pretty good. You liked that.
Wow.
Well,
or do I want to take another one?
Do another one. I mean, but about, what about a Pokemon, like a specific fact about a Pokemon? Like, did you know that, like,
great.
Rinkasaur?
There is no Rinkasaur.
Oh, good.
Here's a great fact that I actually think is quite interesting. The creator of the Pokemon franchise, and Pokemon was originally going to be called Capumon, which was capsule monsters. It eventually became Pokemon, which is pocket monsters. He got the idea for Pokemon when he was out catching bugs with his friends, and he thought it would be fun to catch the bugs and fight them against each other. That's how Pokemon was created. Bam.
It's pretty good. You know, it's slightly against Mike on that one.
What's that?
I knew that one.
I knew that as well.
Maybe Mike had told us before.
No, but what about the Capumon bit? I didn't tell you that.
I hadn't heard that bit. The only thing, knowing Mike as we do, I'm worried that he's not confident with his own fact because he said "bam" at the end. Is that an overcorrect?
Okay, Jesse, let's bring him back. Jesse, are you there?
Yep, I'm here.
Okay,
Please
Jesse,
give us your singular fact.
Give us your best fact.
Alrighty. Psychic Pokemon basically are the mind Pokemon, like intelligence, and they're weak to bug, dark, and ghosts because they're basically the primal fears. People are afraid of spiders, people are afraid of the supernatural, and people are afraid of being in the dark. And so that's why it's weak to those types of Pokemon.
Okay.
Okay.
Mike did a huge eye roll during your fact there, Jesse, I've got to say.
I didn't follow it. I got a bit confused.
Mike, why were you upset about that fact?
Two things there that immediately proved to me that Jesse doesn't actually know much about Pokemon. Number one,
Save it for
everyone knows the type advantages, so that's barely a good fact. Number two, he said that the reason Dark is good against Psychic is because people are scared of the dark. Incorrect. The dark type in Japanese is actually evil type, has nothing to do with darkness.
Wow. Okay.
So that just proves to me you know nothing.
I would have said bam at the end of that.
Oh, that's not true. That's actually not true because there's dark type is basically dirty fighting.
Yeah, but it has nothing to do with darkness, which is you said it was because they're scared of the dark. It has nothing to do with darkness.
But when they translate it, actually try to incorporate English things into it. Yeah, so it does change. It does change a lot of like English names are pun on English things. We don't just directly translate it over.
Okay.
Boys, back to your quarters. Okay.
Okay, this is great.
Round one, tie. Now it's time for round two.
Round two, stump the other Pokemon.
Okay,
you have to think of a question. Both of you have to think of a question that the other person other Pokemon may not know.
Right.
Mike's nodding.
Mike, you want to go first?
He's got one. Off you go.
Here we go.
What is the maximum amount of effort values one stat can have in the Pokemon metagame?
252.
Oh, he's got it. It looks like he's got it.
Oh, Jesse!
That is correct.
Yeah, well done.
Mike was genuinely shocked there. Awesome. Okay, awesome. Jesse, now your turn to stump the other Pokemon.
Alrighty. What is Giratina based on?
Giratina is based on a Japanese dragon ghost myth.
No, it's antimatter.
Yeah, but he's also based... those legendary Pokemon represent time, space, and antimatter, but that's a mixed question because it could be based on, whether it's based on a specific thing.
He's scrambling.
I'm not scrambling.
Sounds a bit scrambling.
But that was a vague question. That was a vague
I see, Mike.
It could have been a vague question.
To be honest, I felt like Mike won round one. I was going to call it the time.
Okay, yeah.
I feel like I'm going to give this one to Jesse.
To recount, Mike did win round one.
You can call it a tie. I called it a points win to Mike.
I am calling this round.
This is unanimous, I think, in Jesse's favour.
So it is really one round all. Oh, okay, it's forced us to round three.
Round three, Pokemon free for all.
Okay, here's how round 3 works. You have got 30 seconds to yell facts and superiority at each other.
You might want to wait and rebut. You can just choose what you want to do.
Could be a bit like the first presidential debate, though.
Yeah.
No mics will be muted. It is simply 30 seconds to establish dominance. Try and bait the other guy. Try and get some answers out of him. Try and trap him.
Yep.
Try and show off your own superiority. Jack will have a honker that he'll play at the end of the 30 seconds and we'll have to determine the winner. Are you guys both ready?
Yep.
I am, yep.
Free for all, go.
How much stats do Mega Pokemon get when they Mega?
They get an extra 100 stats.
Yep.
There was an episode of Pokemon that caused seizures around Japan.
Porygon. But it was actually a
that's not my
Pikachu.
question. My question was, what is the title of the episode? It is not that.
Cyberspace? I can't remember.
Interesting.
I mean, it's not really a Pokemon fact, but all right.
Time extension. Keep fighting.
How is it not a Pokemon fact?
Okay,
It's
Jesse.
the anime.
Jesse, go back it in. Go back it in.
All right, before Mega Aggron, what Pokemon had the ability Filter?
He's on the ropes.
Was it? No, I don't know.
with
I
your own
don't
question.
know.
Get in with your own
Okay, my
question.
question is,
Play offense.
who is the current voice actor for Ash Ketchum?
I don't know.
Think I found your
I
weak
don't know.
spot. It's the anime. It's the TV show. Think I found a
I
weak
mean,
spot.
yours is just the Pokemon itself because it was Mr. Mime.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, stop. Ding,
Okay,
ding,
stop.
ding, 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 ding. Okay,
Fight's
okay.
over. An interesting
A new
free-for-all.
friendship was created during.
Yeah.
It
Did
was,
you guys start hugging during the fight?
It was so weird. It was like it was so bizarre because like Tyson hits Hollywood in the face,
And then starts
Hollywood
showing you
goes,
pictures
and
of
that
his
was a really,
daughter.
that was a really interesting punch you just did there.
I love that. It's really,
You should
I've never
teach me
seen
that
any great footwork. Really telegraphed it with your hips. By the way,
I'm going to do this, and this is very unconventional. I haven't asked Haim yet.
send you away for a weekend together.
There is a. It's not an 8-coin coin, but it's a singular coin.
Wow.
Mike, do you think Jesse, as this Pokemon, deserves it? Did he meet?
Did he
the
match your skill level?
We know the anime was your soft spot. To me, that you went to the cartoon, which to me was like, oh yeah, you're asking specifics about directors and actors in a cartoon.
Yep.
They're a bit different to Pokemon. But up to you, Mike, as the Pokemon, do you want to bestow a coin on Jesse?
Any hardcore Pokemon fan knows about effort values. I think a lot of casual fans don't. Jesse did. You've got a coin.
Thank you.
Well done, Jesse. Well played, Mike. You still stand high,
Yeah.
I think.
Nah.
Jesse, we'll obviously connect you two guys off air and enjoy having some fun
Yeah, we're
together.
going to send you guys to
Look,
Tokyo for 4 weeks.
When he got the Mega question right, he knows what he's doing. He can.
Okay, well, this is what the sport's all about.
Jesse is also
At the end of the
they
fight,
they both took a knee to each other.
the two combatants, bloodied and bruised, hugging in the octagon, admiring the effort that the other has put in.
Yep.
That is what Pokemon Facts Offs are all
Fantastic,
about.
guys. Cheers, Jesse. Well done.
Satisfied
All right.
audience, thanks you.